Have you ever thought that walking might be bad for some older people? Being active is good for your health, but some older people should be careful about walking too much because it can make health problems worse, raise the risk of injury, and put too much stress on the body. The truth is that not all seniors benefit from the same amount of exercise, and too much exercise can sometimes be bad for them. This video goes into detail about 5 groups of older people who should limit how much they walk to protect their health. We'll talk about why some people, like seniors with heart problems or joint problems, need to change how active they are to protect their long-term health. Read all the way to the end to find out how to tell if you or someone you care about fits into one of these groups and what to do to stay healthy without working too hard. Making the right changes could keep you from having a major health setback. Before we start, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell button. You won't miss a video that way. Please rate the video with a like if you liked it and a 0 if you didn't like it in the comments. Thanks for your ideas. It will help me make better videos for you. We can start now. Number 1. People whose blood pressure changes a lot. Keeping blood pressure stable is important for many older adults to stay healthy. However, walking too much can be dangerous for people whose blood pressure changes a lot, either suddenly dropping or rising. Being dizzy, lightheaded, or even passing out can be caused by conditions like orthostatic hypotension, in which blood pressure drops quickly when you stand or walk. On the other hand, hypertension that isn't under control can make exercise dangerous by raising the risk of heart problems or strokes. The biggest risk of having unstable blood pressure is that symptoms can appear out of the blue. At the beginning of a walk, someone may feel fine, but after just a few minutes, they may suddenly have trouble seeing, feel weak, or feel like they're going to pass out. If they're walking alone or in a public place, this could cause them to trip and fall, which could cause serious injuries or even death. The problem isn't just with people who already know they have high blood pressure. A lot of people might not even know that their bodies have trouble keeping their blood pressure in check until something bad happens. For example, Eleanor was 82 years old. She had always been pretty active, but she sometimes got dizzy when she stood up too quickly. Ignoring it, she thought it was just a part of getting older. As she always did in the morning, she went for a walk. After about 10 minutes, she felt her vision blur, and then she was on the ground. She passed out because her blood pressure dropped too quickly, which caused her to fall and break her wrist. After seeing her doctor, she learned that movement was making it hard for her body to control her blood pressure. She needed to change the way she walked, drink more water, and use a mobility aid to help her stay stable. Once she made these changes, she was able to stay active without putting herself at risk. If you or a loved one experiences frequent dizziness, sudden weakness, or extreme fatigue during walks, it's important to pay close attention to what your body's telling you. Walking is beneficial, but for those with unstable blood pressure, it must be done carefully. Staying hydrated, walking with support, and checking blood pressure regularly can help prevent serious health scares, and in some cases, switching to safer, low-impact exercises like seated leg lifts, stretching, or balance exercises may be a better alternative. Knowing your limits can make all the difference when it comes to your health and safety. Number 2, people with chronic heart conditions. For many seniors, walking is one of the best ways to keep the heart strong, but for those with serious heart conditions, too much walking can become a dangerous strain on the cardiovascular system. People with heart failure, arrhythmias, or unstable angina need to be very careful about overexertion, as it can lead to dizziness, breathlessness, and even sudden cardiac events. The heart works harder with every step, and for someone with an already weakened heart, excessive walking can push it beyond safe limits. One of the biggest dangers of heart conditions is that symptoms can appear suddenly and unpredictably. A person may feel fine at the start of a walk, but after just a few minutes, they may experience chest pain, an irregular heartbeat, or severe fatigue. Many people assume they just need to push through, but in reality, this is the body's way of signaling that the heart is under too much stress. Ignoring these early warning signs can lead to serious complications, including heart attacks or strokes. Consider Edward, a 79-year-old man who had been managing mild heart disease for years. He enjoyed walking in the mornings, but over time he noticed that even short walks left him feeling unusually tired and out of breath. Instead of slowing down, he thought he just needed to build endurance, so he kept increasing his distance. One day, he experienced severe chest tightness and dizziness during a walk, and he had to be rushed to the hospital. His doctor explained that his heart wasn't pumping efficiently enough to handle the physical stress, and he needed to follow a carefully controlled exercise plan instead of overexerting himself. By going for short walks with a friend and doing light strength training, Edward was able to keep his health without putting his heart at risk. If you or someone you care about has a long-term heart condition, it's very important to pay attention to your body and do what your doctor tells you about exercise. Walking is good for you, but only if you don't do anything dangerous. Pay attention to signs like shortness of breath, chest discomfort, or sudden fatigue, and never ignore these warning signals. A personalized exercise plan, one that balances movement with safety, can help keep the heart strong without overloading it. Number 3. Those recovering from recent surgery or injury. One of the most overlooked risks for seniors is walking too much too soon after surgery or injury. While staying mobile is important for recovery, overexertion can delay healing, increase pain, and even lead to complications. Whether it's a hip or knee replacement, a fracture, or a muscle injury, the body needs time to heal properly before it can handle extended periods of walking. Pushing too hard can result in swelling, inflammation, and even re-injury, which could set back the recovery process by months. The biggest issue is that many people underestimate how much stress walking puts on the body. Every step requires the muscles, joints, and bones to work together, and if one part of the body is still healing, it may not be strong enough to support the weight and movement required. For example, someone recovering from hip surgery may feel fine walking short distances indoors, but if they increase their steps too quickly, they could experience joint instability, muscle weakness, or even a dangerous fall. Take Margaret, for example. At 75, she had knee replacement surgery and was eager to get back to her normal routine. Her doctor advised her to take it slow, but she didn't want to feel lazy, so she pushed herself to walk more than recommended. At first, she thought she was making progress, but soon she noticed sharp pain, swelling, and stiffness in her knee. A follow-up visit revealed that she had strained the soft tissues around the joint, delaying her recovery by several weeks. When she finally followed a gradual, controlled walking plan, she healed faster and was able to regain her strength safely. If you or someone you know is recovering from surgery or an injury, it's important to prioritize healing before increasing activity levels. Follow your doctor's or physical therapist's recommendations and listen to your body. If walking hurts, makes you tired, or makes your feet swell, you might need to slow down. Recovery isn't just about movement, it's about giving your body the time and care it needs to rebuild strength without unnecessary setbacks. Number 4, seniors with severe peripheral neuropathy. For many seniors, walking feels like second nature. But for those with severe peripheral neuropathy, a condition that affects the nerves in the feet and legs, walking can become not just difficult, but dangerous. Peripheral neuropathy often causes numbness, tingling, weakness, and even sharp pain, making it hard to maintain balance or feel the ground properly. This significantly increases the risk of falls, injuries, and even long-term mobility issues. One of the biggest dangers of neuropathy is that the nerves responsible for detecting pain and pressure don't function properly. This means that someone with neuropathy might not realize they've injured their foot, twisted an ankle, or developed sores from walking too much. Many seniors with this condition don't notice the problem until it becomes serious, leading to infections, ulcers, or even the need for amputation in extreme cases. Consider Frank, a 78-year-old man diagnosed with diabetic neuropathy. For years, he enjoyed taking daily walks around his neighborhood, but over time, he noticed that his feet were becoming increasingly numb. One day, after a particularly long walk, he discovered a deep blister on his foot. But because he couldn't feel it, he had kept walking on it for hours. By the time he noticed, the wound had worsened, leading to an infection that required weeks of medical treatment. His doctor advised him to limit his walking, wear supportive shoes, and check his feet daily for signs of injury. With these changes, Frank was able to keep doing things while also lowering his risk of serious problems. It's important to be careful when walking long distances if you or someone you care about has peripheral neuropathy. Falling and getting hurt is less likely if you wear the right shoes, walk on stable surfaces, and do balance exercises. Most importantly, Getting your feet checked and medically evaluated regularly can catch problems before they get worse. If you have severe neuropathy, it might be safer for you to do low-impact exercises like swimming or workouts while sitting down instead of walking long distances. Number 5. Seniors with severe arthritis. One of the most common reasons doctors advise certain seniors to limit their walking is severe arthritis. Many older adults experience joint pain, stiffness, and inflammation, but for those with advanced osteoarthritis or rheumatoid arthritis, excessive walking can actually worsen their condition rather than help it. The joints, especially the knees, hips, and ankles, bear the weight of every step, and when the cushioning cartilage is already worn down, too much movement can lead to painful swelling, increased stiffness, and even long-term joint damage. The problem is that many people believe staying active will always make things better. So they push through the pain thinking they are doing their body a favor. But when the cartilage is already deteriorated, forcing movement on inflamed joints can actually accelerate the damage leading to bone-on-bone friction. Over time, this can make everyday activities like standing, bending, or even getting out of bed more painful than before. Take Robert, for example. At 81, he had always been an active man and loved his daily walks. But over time, he noticed that his knees were becoming swollen and stiff after every walk. Instead of giving his body the rest it needed, he kept pushing himself, thinking he was just working through the stiffness. Eventually, the pain got so severe that he struggled to climb stairs or even stand for long periods. His doctor explained that excessive walking was aggravating his arthritis, and what he really needed was gentle, low-impact movement, like swimming or cycling, to strengthen his muscles without putting strain on his joints. Once he adjusted his routine, he noticed a significant reduction in pain, better mobility, and even improved energy levels. If you or someone you know has severe arthritis, it's crucial to listen to your body. Instead of long walks that can exacerbate joint inflammation, opt for activities that support mobility without overloading the joints. Swimming, chair exercises, and light stretching can help keep you active without causing unnecessary pain, and always pay attention to what your body's telling you. If walking is causing more pain than relief, it may be time to adjust your routine. Final thoughts. As we wrap up this video, take a moment to reflect on these 5 groups of older adults who may need to limit their walking to protect their health. While walking is an essential part of staying active, it's not always beneficial for everyone. If you or someone you love falls into one of these categories, modifying your activity and listening to your body can help prevent unnecessary pain, injury, and health complications. Which of these situations resonated with you the most? Have you noticed any of these warning signs in yourself or a loved one? Protecting your health after 70 isn't just about staying active. It's about staying active the right way. By making small, smart adjustments, whether it's reducing your walking distance, switching to lower impact exercises, or using proper support when needed, you can maintain mobility without putting yourself at risk. Taking care of your body today means enjoying better health, more independence, and a longer, more fulfilling life tomorrow. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for being here today. Get in touch with us. In the comments, tell us what you learned today and how you'll use it. Don't be afraid to tell us what you think. Reading your comments makes us feel very motivated and boosted. If you liked this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it. Thanks for your help, so we can keep making useful content for you to learn from and get ideas from. Thanks for seeing. Watch out for the next video.